Hello guys, welcome to this live stream. So in this live stream I will basically talk about how I built basically this Angular video editor in Node.js Express, and we are using basically Fluent-FFMPEG package, which allows you to generate a video from a series of multiple images. So this is actually the interface that I developed using Angular material package, and here you can specify the duration in seconds, how many seconds each image should appear in the video. So let's suppose I provide 2 seconds, and then I need to select the multiple images right here. You can select either PNG or JPG images. Let me select these uh, 6 images that I select. So the total length of the video will be 12 seconds. So as I click the generate video option, guys, what will happen? It will make the simple post request to the backend API, this Angular front end, and now it will display the video after processing it. So now you can see that the generated video is now showing in the video player. I can simply play the video, and you can see basically after 2 seconds the slideshow. This is actually a slideshow here we have constructed using FFmpeg, and each image is appearing for 2 seconds right here, and we are displaying this inside the video player. And what we are doing right here, the video is generated in the backend API that I constructed using Node.js Express, and we are sending this to the front end of Angular, and we are converting to blob object and basically showing it in the video player. And also at the bottom side you will basically see a download video button. As I click this button, my MP4 video will be downloaded, and now I can play this video on my PC. So you will see it's a slideshow. After 2 seconds, all the images are there. You can see that you can convert this multiple images to video. So it's a simple video editor where you can generate videos, and we have coded this inside Node.js Express and Angular. So if you want the full source code of this application, guys, the link is given in the description. I have provided 2 links. So you can either go to PayPal and make the payment in United States dollar, or you can go to Stripe and make the payment in Indian rupees. So both the payment links are given in the description of the video, guys. So now I will basically show you how to build this application. Let me show you first of all what are the technologies I am using. I am using Angular material to actually construct this UI user interface. So Angular material UI, basically it's a component UI library for Angular. This is actual command needed, ng@@angular/material, and we are also using this package which is Fluent-FFMPEG, which is actually a package in Node.js which makes it very much easy to execute FFmpeg commands. So it is almost 700,000 weekly downloads. It's a very popular library package. So now what I will do, I basically constructed a new front-end 2 folder, which is a simple Angular project which is empty. So what I will do, I will simply now stop this server. So you can see the server has been stopped. I see here, you can see localhost 4200. So now the server is not running. So what I will do is that I will simply go to this front-end 2 folder. So this is actual, you just need to execute ng followed by new and then your project name. So I just created this project. So I can cd into this front-end 2. And here we need to add this package, guys, which is Angular material. The command that I showed you, ng @material @angular/material. This is actual @angular/material. This will actually add the package for Angular material in your Angular application. So it will ask some questions to you after you do this. So we will be using the package manager, which is npm. So it is automatically doing this for you, and it will just ask you some questions to set up this. So package information loaded. So it is asking that would you like to proceed. I will say yes. So it is just installing the packages for Angular material, and once it is done we will now select, I think it will ask for the theme information. It will just install the latest version of Angular material, which is 16.2.14. You will see you need to choose a theme here. So let me choose this theme, which is deep purple amber, and it is saying that set up global Angular material typography styles. uh, I will say yes, and it is asking include and enable animations. I will say do not include. Our animations are not required for this project, so I will say no. So now your package is installed, guys. So if you basically check your package.json file, you will see this package will be added at the rate Angular material 16.2.14. So we are actually using this package, Angular 16 here, which is actually the latest version as of recording this live stream. And now we will actually go to this app folder and this file app.module.ts file to actually register all the modules that we will use. So this is the very first thing that you need to do. So what we will do right here, we will simply import first of all the browser animations module, and this we will be including from @angular slash platform browser slash animations. After this we need to include the forms module, guys. This is required because we are working with forms. So basically it is part of the Angular library. Angular is a framework, big framework, so it includes animation, forms, all HTTP client as well. And also we need, also in order to make HTTP request, we need this HTTP client module. HTTP C is capital client module, and this will be coming from this @angular slash common slash HTTP. And then we just need to add all the modules that we will use in our material. So one such module is mat button module, and this we will be including from @angular material slash button. There are various components available, autocomplete, badge, all these are there. We will use the button component, and similarly we will use the mat input module, and this will be coming from @angular slash material slash input. And also we will be using our mat form field. It will be coming from @angular material form field. I think that's all that we will need for this, and now we just need to add all these in the imports array. Just put comma and forms module, HTTP client module, mat form field, mat button module, mat input module. So you can see we have added all this, and also browser animations module. So just put a comma. So just add this inside imports. So now the setup process is complete, guys. Now we just need to close this file and just move to your app.component.html file. So I will simply remove everything here and simply write a h1 statement, which is hello world. And now let me run the Angular project right here, which is ngserve, the command ngserve. So it will start this local development server on localhost 42,000. So just wait, the server is starting. So the very first time it will take some time to start. So it is simply generating the bundle. Just wait for the process to finish, and default port number is 4200 for Angular application. So it is just generating it, so just wait. So it is saying that mat form field appears in imports but is not standalone and cannot be imported directly. It must be imported by an ng module. Mat form field, let me check in the app.compodules. Mat form field. Okay, sorry. This needs to be mat form field module. Sorry, this needs to be module. Mat form field module. Just change this and refresh, and now you will see basically hello world is showing right here. And now we just need to construct the interface, guys. Just go to your this file, app.component.html file, and right inside this file, guys, we will try to make the interface. So we will have a div tag h1, and we will be giving a style to it of text align to center, and the heading will be here, which is video generator. And then we will have a break tag and a div. Again, we will be basically giving a style to it, display flex, and justify content to be center. Inside this, we will basically have a div, give it a style here, which is width to be 50%. Mat form field. So if you just refresh now, you will basically see it will appear right here in the center position, and we will use mat form field, which is actually the component, and one such attribute is there, appearance, APPEARANC, appearance, and it comes at outline, and here the style here, which will be width 100%. Mat label, and this will be duration, will be in seconds. And here, guys, we will basically have mat input, and this will be type text. If you just refresh now, there will be a simple input field where the user can write the duration in seconds. So you can even only write number. So now to put this restriction, we can also change this to number, but I will just stick to text. So user can write text here, and this is basically it. That's all that we need to do here. I will come to the Angular part later on whenever we write our app.component.ts file. I'm just writing HTML code here, right here. And then we will have input type file where the user can actually upload images, and we will only be accepting the images. So image/star multiple. So here we will allow the user to select multiple images. So if you refresh, we will have choose file button. Very good. After that, we will actually have a button, guys, to actually submit the form, and this button will simply say generate video, and we will be giving a attribute mat raised button, and the color will be primary, I think. That's all. So if you just refresh now, there will be a button, purple theme button, and it is raised button. As you hover onto this, the color, the button is raised with a dark shadow. So I think that's all for the interface. Now I will write our app.component.ts file. So there are some variables that we need to give, guys, for this application. in app.component.ts file, and there will be four variables. First will be duration, and the type will be string, initial value will be empty, and the images, which will be a file array, and it will be empty. And then we will also have a message which will be of type string. So this message will be shown to the user whenever the response will be coming from the backend API, whether the video processed successfully or not. This message will be there. And lastly, in order to play the video, we will have the blob object, video blob, and the current value will be null. So these four variables we have declared, guys. Now we need to map these four variables in the template so that we can synchronize this with the template as well. So how we can do that? Just open your app.component.html file. So right here, first of all, we will basically target this duration input field, and right here, if you see, we will assign a ng model. This is called as ng model. This is a two-way data binding in Angular, and we will assign the duration variable that we declared. So that's all. And the next thing we need to do, we need to bind a on-click listener to this image thing. So whenever we change or whenever we select images, this event will automatically fire, which is on change. So here we will execute this function handle image change, and inside parentheses we will pass the event, $event, like this. So now we just need to execute this function after whenever we select images. And one more thing, we will bind the on click listener. So whenever we click this button, this function will execute, which is handle submit. So now we just need to write these two functions in the app.component.ts file. So first of all, we will also have basically our constructor for this, and this constructor will take HTTP, which will be of type HTTP client. It will be automatically imported from @Angular common HTTP, and put a comma, and also we will have sanitizer, which is of the type DOM sanitizer, which is part of the Angular base library. This is useful, guys. DOMs, we need to sanitize our URL before we play the video, so this is required. So these two are required, so just empty parentheses, so curly bracket. So we are passing these two dependencies, guys, in the constructor of this Angular component, app component. And now we just need to define these two methods, which is handle duration change, and this will have event of any, and also we will have our event handle image change, event of any. So I think we forgot to add this handle duration to the mat input field. I think ng model mat input, okay, handle duration change, okay. So first of all, let me just show you basically whenever we do this what I need to do. So if you see, guys, the images is an empty array file. This is an empty array. So whenever we select images, what we need to do, we can access this dot images. This is a constructor we can access by using this dot images, and then event dot target dot files. So whatever files the user select, guys, we will initialize this to this empty array, this dot images. And now in the handle submit, sorry, this needs to come in the handle image change, sorry. right here. And now we will write our function, which will be async function handle submit. This function will get executed, guys, whenever we click this button. If you see, this function gets executed when we submit the form. So first of all, we need to construct our form data object, new constructor of this new form data. And one approach, this is the most common approach, guys, followed in every application. If you want to send data from a form to your backend API, you can wrap all your data inside form data object, and it contains this method called as append. And here you can append as much information that you want. So one such information we need to append, which is duration. We can access this to duration, and then we can simply use a for loop, let I is equal to 0, and we can loop this to the length of the images. Let's suppose user selected 6 images, so it will run 6 times this dot images dot length I plus plus. For each image we will do the same process, form data append images this dot images I. So it will loop through all the images the user selected, and it will be appending in the form data object like this. So after this, guys, we just need to make a post request to the backend API, Express APIs, so to generate the video. So now we will have the try catch block. I think I just okay. So inside our try catch, if any sort of error take place, we can just console log it. So inside this, guys, we need to basically make a response of type any and await and this dot http dot post, and we will be making a simple post request http localhost. This will be the address on which the backend API will be listening, 3001 / generate video. And we will pass the form data as a second argument, and then we will be expecting the response type to be blob, because we will be basically be displaying the generated video, so that video will be in the format of blob, so like this. And then we will simply convert this to a promise, so that we can basically, so then we can simply say this dot message video. You can just have any message, video generated successfully. So this message you can display it in the template app.component.html. Just right here after the button. So just right here you can display this message in the paragraph, double curly bracket. This is just display the message like this message. So now we are basically doing a simple post request, guys. Now we just need to make this backend API first of all, just to make sure if the code is working, and then we will display the generated video. So up till now we just constructed these UI, Angular UI. Now we just need to make the backend API. So backend API is very simple, guys. Just create a Node.js Express application, and these are the packages that we are using in Node.js backend API. CORS module to actually enable the cross access, so that any front end can use my API. CORS Express is a backend server. Fluent-FFMPEG is used to call FFmpeg commands. Malter is used to actually store, upload the image files which are selected by the user, and UUID is actually used to generate the random file names. So if you purchase the full source code, guys, you will get all this source code with full directory structure. The links are given, and this is index.js file. I will only write the post request. Rest of the code is very self-explanatory. Let me just guide through. We are basically including all the modules, starting the server on 3001 port number, and we are basically including the CORS module using it as a middleware. And then we are defining the storage object where we are storing the files. We are storing it in the uploads directory, and then we are basically giving Malter this storage that we constructed. And just make sure that you create the uploads directory. Here all the uploaded image files will be stored. Just make sure that you create this uploads directory before you start our Node.js application. So currently it will be empty. Now I will just write this API endpoint to actually generate the video based upon the images which are shown by the user. So it will be app.post / generate video, and this will be upload array. In order to upload multiple images, this will be images like this, request response, and this makes sure that the same variable that you are using, because we are sending this in the form data object, this name should be the same here, images. So this name should be the same. And now after uploading all the images, now what we need to do, we can also extract the duration by request body. And now we need to basically, in order to generate a video from series of images, we will need to create file.txt file. The format of this file will be pretty simple. This will be file space the actual file name or the path, and then duration we will be writing 4 seconds, same file2.jpg duration 4. So this is actual format of this file. So based upon this format, FFmpeg will generate the video. So we just need to first of all make this file programmatically using the images and the duration. So what I will do, I will also give the output file name. So every time the name will be unique. And basically we'll get the files which are submitted, request.files, basically the array. For each file, we will actually get the file path. So file.path. So we are basically storing the paths in this images array. So now we will construct our input image file, txt file, and for each image path we'll use the backtick symbol. This is actually the format in single quotes. This will be the path, image path, and then we will have a new line character to show the duration on the second line. Duration will be the duration that is passed, and then we will simply join this by a new line character so that all the things appears in the new line. So now we just need to write this using the file system module. Write file synchronize text file name input text, and now we just need to use the Fluent-FFMPEG, and it contains these methods, which is input FFmpeg, input and text file name, input options, so this is actually the thing, guys. Basically it's a little bit complicated, so what I will do, I will simply paste it and just summarize you what is happening. So these are chain of different methods, guys, which are actually doing the processing. First of all, it is applying these input output options, video filter scaling, so that it image covers the entire space of the video, and we are encoding it using our GPU graphical processing unit. I have a dedicated GPU available, so I'm just using it so to increase the speed of the FFmpeg command. So after that, we are providing the output file name, and it listen for various events. So when the processing is over, we are simply calling this event, and then we are saying video conversion finished. And after this code is important. So what I will do, after we listen for this on and our video conversion is finished, basically after doing this, what we are doing, we need to send the video to the front end so that the user can display it. So we need to read the content of the video file in blob. So we can use read file method. We can say output file name. So this will read the actual video file and convert this into a blob. So what I can say, after reading it, we can delete this output file and also delete the input text or text file name. And here we need to simply send the video to the front end. So how we can send this? We can set the header response.header, which is content type blob, and then followed by videos mp4, its extension which we are sending, response.send.data. That's all. This is all the backend API which is necessary. The server will be listening on port number that we specify here, which is 3001. And if I go to app.component.ts file, so just make sure, just execute this, and you will basically see a message, video processed successfully. So if I just generate video, so you will see video generated successfully. And if you check, the video will be deleted. Nothing is present because we basically call this, we are calling this fs unlink. So it is basically deleting the video and also deleting the file name also. So what I just need to do right here in order to display the video, it's very simple. So what I will do after this dot video blob is equal to response. That's all. So now in the app.component.html, after you do this, just after this, 1, 2, and we will also have a break tag here. And then we will have a div tag, and this div tag will be having a condition which is ngIf. We will also have a condition ngIf, which is video blob. So if this video blob variable exists, then it will execute, because we have provided the response right here. Initial value is null. You can see that initial value is null, but we are now providing this response to it. So here we are simply checking if the video blob variables exist, then in that case show it. Display flex, just center it, justify content to be center, and here width will be 50%. So video controls style width 100%. Source, and here we will be attaching dynamically the source property. It will be equal to the video blob that we have, question mark. If the video blob doesn't exist, in that case, sorry, here we are using a ternary operator, and here we are simply checking if the video blob exists. In that case, sanitize, call the sanitize function in the TypeScript code and pass the video blob as an argument. And now we just need to define this function video blob, and if it doesn't exist, colon, in that case single quote, nothing, source is nothing. And here we need to attach the type parameter, which is video/mp4. And just after the video, we will also have a button to actually download the video. So button matte raised, the color of the button will be primary. And just also, okay, first of all, let me do this. So it will now show you this error message that video blob doesn't exist. The sanitize function doesn't exist. So now open your app.component.ts file and just define this sanitize function. I think, yeah. So you can just define it right here, which is sanitize, and you'll pass the blob, which is of type blob, and save URL like this. And inside this, so here we will simply say this dot sanitizer dot bypass security truster, sorry, trust URL dot create object URL, and then here we need to pass the blob which is passed. So it is giving me some error. Let me check. Okay, you need to, I think I save URL. I think I'm making a typo mistake right here somewhere down the line. Let me just copy this, paste it. So now it is, oh sorry, I was just, we just need to add the return statement right here. We need to return this, so that error will go away. So we just, in Angular guys, we do need to use this additional mechanism to actually show the video, which is bypass security trust URL. And without this, the video will not show. So if you now refresh now, basically, if you put to select some images to convert to video, click generate video. So now your video should play. You will see in the video player, and now we just need to bind a on-click listener to the download video button so that we can download the video as an attachment. So this process is pretty much the same for any framework that you will do. So we will simply bind a on-click listener to this. So click. So when you click this, we will simply execute a function handle download. So right here guys, what we need to do, handle download. So if video blob does exist, in that case we will need to construct our window URL dot create object URL this dot, and here we need to pass this dot video blob. After that, we need to construct our anchor element document dot create element and a dot href will be equal to URL. This is pretty much the same guys. We do it in order to download the file as an attachment. This is the same logic that we use for vanilla JavaScript. We are clicking it, a dot click. We will remove this, remove child a. First of all, we need to add this document body append child a. That's all. So now with this code, it will now also download the video as an attachment. So you will see the video is now generated. It can now play. So if you just need to download this, simply click this button and your video will be downloaded as an attachment MP4 file. So All the source code is given, guys, of this project in the description of the video. If you're interested, you can go to PayPal and make the payment in United States dollar, or make the payment in Indian rupees in at Stripe. Both the payment links are given. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video.